This player stepping up has unlocked the Boston Celtics. Jrue Holiday has been key for the Boston Celtics in these last two games in Cleveland and at the right time for this team, ensuring huge W's for the Celtics, going up 3-1 versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're going to be breaking down all of this and how his leap has really transcended this Celtics squad in the playoffs. And if he keeps playing like this, how everybody should be fearing the Boston Celtics. All of that and more on this episode of Celtics Digest. I'm Bruce Veliz. Before we dive in, though, if you guys did not come out and join us, we do live watch-along live streams every single time the Celtics are live and playing. We had one tonight. It was absolutely fantastic. So if you want to make sure you stay up to date, hit that subscribe button and come join us for the next one Wednesday night, where the Celtics look to close up the series versus the Cavaliers in 5 games. Without further ado, though, let's dive into the topic at hand today, diving and talking about Jrue Holiday as we got the big W in Cleveland tonight. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Boston Celtics got it done. They secured the big W in a really scary fashion. Obviously, the Cavaliers, before the game, had an announcement. No Donovan Mitchell was going to be playing for them and no Jarrett Allen. So the Boston Celtics fans and the team were hoping that they would not play down to their opponent, and it looked like that a little bit early on in the game, but the Celtics truly woke up. If we want to look at the team stats, we can see shot around similar from field goal range and three-point range. The Celtics only missed 3 free throws, though, and had a majority of the free throws that they had 24 compared to the Cavaliers' 7. The Celtics only missed 3, 1 Luke Kornet, 2 Jaylen Brown, and those were the first 2 free throws in the game. So the Celtics ultimately went 21 for 22 for the rest of the game from the free throw line. They out-rebounded the Cavaliers again, which was huge on the offensive rebounds as well and defensive. Got out-assisted, but were fantastic on the defensive side, getting those steals and scoring in the paint as they were dominant in there as well. If we want to look at the Celtics stats, the Jays did come to life and put this team on their back. Jayson Tatum once again showing and proving to everybody that he is a superstar that you should not be counting out and discounting. 33 points once again, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals with a block. Doing it all on both sides of the floor. Jaylen Brown, another efficient game. 9 for 16, 7 for 9 from the free throw, 7 for 7 after missing his first 2, with 8 rebounds, an assist, and 27 points. But again, the 2 main men that I want to talk about, the difference makers, were Jrue Holiday and Luke Kornet. Jrue Holiday, again, another fantastic game. 43 minutes for your boy. He got 5 minutes of rest, and look what he's putting up. 6 for 11 from the field. 50% from three-point range. 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, a block, and 16 points. He had 2 of those steals in the first 2 minutes of this game for the Boston Celtics and had a 5.5 rebound, 5 assists by the first quarter. Absolutely electric things you love to see out of one of your players who has been quiet on the offensive side. Hasn't really stepped up and been that difference maker for you in the playoffs like that you've been wanting and expecting to be. He was a 60% corner three-point shooter, one of the best three-point shooters in the league, one of the most efficient 4th or 5th options. And versus Miami, he was quiet. He was nowhere to be seen. On the defensive side, he was very, very effective. But Jrue Holiday was missing layups, missing wide open threes. He was looking like a non-X factor plus in the offense. And it was looking like, was this really an upgrade from trading Marcus Smart basically for Jrue Holiday in the offseason? I know it wasn't 1-for-1, but doing that upgrade, we were saying that Jrue Holiday was more consistent, was a more reliable shot truster, a guy who could hit those shots at a more consistent level. And we had seen early on in the playoffs, it was not looking like that. But these last 2 games, he's proving all the haters wrong, shutting everybody up, turning that heat on, and splashing and rating those 3-point goals. Absolutely fantastic things that we love to see out of Jrue Holiday. We want to look at the bench as well. Pritchard and Kornet also were fantastic. Pritchard, 60% from the field, 75% from 3 with an assist and 11 points with 1 rebound. And Luke Kornet, 4 for 5 from the field. Some perfect lobs, put back dunks, 6 rebounds, 3 offensive, 3 defensive, with a block and 9 total points. He is going to be one of the difference makers that I see tonight because unfortunately for the Boston Celtics, like in Game 3, Al Horford was not effective on the offensive side. 0 for 4 from three-point range, a combined 0 for 10 in his last 10 three-point shots, and they're just giving him wide open looks. The Cavaliers sagging off, letting him take open threes from the corner, and he's just missing them and missing them and missing them. So having Luke Kornet come out, step up, and be this baller, be this big-time replacement for Kristaps Porzingis, especially on the defensive side, helping out and getting rebounds. Not just offensive rebounds, but defensive rebounds as well. Something that we didn't really get to see in Game 2 with the defensive rebounds. We also get to see him doing a fantastic job in the box. Mobley was hooking him, grabbing his arm a little bit, but he was still fighting through it. No issues, no problem. First points for Luke Kornet was 2 guys completely all over, smothered on him, and he fell back and threw a put-back layup back. Absolutely fantastic. Gets the rebound, slams it home. Easy. What Luke Kornet needs to do, and like I keep mentioning, he's a guy who could get a bag depending on how he plays in this postseason, and he has been terrific for the Boston Celtics so far. Absolutely ecstatic what I've seen out of him. Would have liked to see a little bit more of Xavier Tillman. We didn't really get to see him besides in Game 1 where the Cavs were kind of getting blown out by the Boston Celtics. We had a little bit of a good stint, but ultimately, I'd love to see Xavier Tillman get some run in these last couple games. I don't know really why he hasn't, especially if they're sagging off Al Horford. He's not hitting those shots. It's basically the same thing that we would be doing to Xavier Tillman, so it's something that I would have liked to see. Now, looking at the Cavaliers, obviously, Mobley was a little bit effective in the second half, but was really quiet in the first. 9 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, 19 points. Okoro was 1 for 8 from the field. Again, rarely not effective. But Garland, Max Strus, and Caris LeVert had their night. Max Jrue started off really hot, but then decided to go cold. Was 5 for 9 from three-point range. Fouled out with 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 15 points. But those 15 points were done by the second quarter. Caris LeVert, 1 for 8 from 3. But again, the Celtics cold-hearted killer. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 19 points. Scoring at the mid-range, scoring at all type of levels. And then Darius Garland, no points in the first quarter. They're going to hype that up. 4 for 13 from three-point range with a total of 3 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals, and 30 points. Man just absolutely turned up in the fourth quarter, kind of keeping this Cavaliers team alive. Celtics were sagging off the screens, dropping down with Horford in coverage, basically letting Garland getting wide open threes. Whenever he was getting that opportunity, he was hitting them. Basically, out of those 4 threes that I can remember, all 3 of them, or 4 of them, were basically wide open 3-point shots. So Celtics got to do a little bit better on their switches. It's looking like Al Horford isn't going to be as switchable as the Celtics would like, especially later in the games when he's getting more and more tired. So there's going to have to be some adjustments that Joe Mazzulla is going to have to make. But again, once again, Jrue Holiday, absolutely fantastic. Luke Kornet, big game. Derrick White, not the greatest offensive performance, but it's A-okay. When you have guys like the Jays step up and Jrue Holiday be that third scorer, it really transcends with this Celtics team. I mentioned this in the live stream, but the Boston Celtics, in both of their Game 2 losses to the Heat and the Cavaliers, didn't really have that third scorer to contribute, to go off, to be that difference maker. And tonight, what we've seen with Jrue Holiday, Jaylen Brown, and Jayson Tatum, like we saw in Game 3, and in most of the wins for the Boston Celtics, they need that guy to step up. Regardless if it's Derrick White, Kristaps Porzingis when he comes back, Jrue Holiday, Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they need to have 3 ready-to-go contributors dropping 15 to 20 points. And if that's the case, I am fearing nobody with this team with the Boston Celtics. Before we sign off on the video, as you guys know, we got to get to the comment of the day. Drop down what you guys think down below in the comment section relating to this game so you guys could be featured for the comment of the day. But today's comment of the day is back on our Charles Lee post where NBA PBA updates gives, "Congratulations, brother. Prove a hater, you deserve that spot," and I couldn't agree more. Congratulations to Charles Lee once again for getting that head coaching job in Charlotte. I know he's still with the team. He's going to be leaving the team at the end of the postseason, which was great for the Boston Celtics, but they're going to get a guy who's going to be a fantastic culture setter, and I truly think that the Hornets are on the rise coming with Charles Lee. Let me know what you guys think down below relating to all this game. Talking about Jrue Holiday really, really turning up, being this difference maker, being this X factor, being this guy that has stepped up and has unlocked the Boston Celtics offensively and defensively, getting very, very efficient. Once again, before we sign out, I gotta give the rating views to our boys because they came out and made it solid. Wasn't a big 3-point night, shooting night for them, but when they had those opportunities, they were efficient. Once again, if you guys enjoyed the content, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Check out the videos linked up the top. I'm trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the playoffs. We're around 150 away, so I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys are new here and you do join the content to hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, I'm Bruce Veliz. Have a great rest of your night, and go Boston Celtics. Peace out, everybody.